Life moved at a slower pace, yet felt all the richer for it.
This feels like a commercial.
People call them Los Pollos Hermanos,
okay.
the Chicken Brothers. Today we carry on
It is a commercial.
slow cooked to perfection.
That looks like cereal. Kind of. If you look closely, it's chicken, but at first glance, it looked like flaky cereal. We've upgraded from bags to giant ass Tupperware. This isn't something I'm going to Google, but if one of you can let me know, what are they? What are we looking at? Because it's obviously not actual meth, right? So what did they use? I don't know why this question has never occurred to me earlier than this very moment. It's a very good way of getting it out of the building. Cool.
201.6. Jesus, seriously.
Better over than under.
Over by 1.5 pounds.
That's a lot.
Come on, man, we're gonna take it out.
Leave it.
It's interesting that Walt used to be the most precise man
Why
with
are you
this
purposely
stuff.
giving him free meth? These bitches are bleeding us enough already.
You are paid extraordinarily well. Why can't you just
Yeah, hey.
appreciate that?
Hey, I've been crunching numbers. What's he getting? At 40 large a pound. That's what I was getting. All right, look, say he's getting 40 a pound. And I swear to God, I double-checked this like 10 times.
$96 million.
Whoa.
96 to our 3. That is messed up, yo. Fairness-wise, I can...
Jesse.
See, I hadn't done the math.
What is going on with you lately? What's happened to you?
Well, Walt's been through some shit. Well, you both have, to be fair.
What's more important than money?
Family. Family is more important than money. Jesse makes a really good point, though.
Everybody.
Like, they're doing a shitload of work to only get a small percentage of the overall money that's coming in for the product. Like, when the 1.5 million was first brought up, I was like, oh shit, 1.5 million for 3 months of work, that's pretty good. And it is. The point that Jesse just made, he makes a good point. Oh,
Buddy,
it is.
me.
He came back.
what is it?
He's gonna troll him.
Asshole.
Man, he got you good.
Yeah. Glad to see you still have your twisted sense of humor. Texas, Nevada, up in Farmington. A teaner here and there, strictly street level amounts.
Skylar looking at Walt.
You're the only one who saw this coming.
Well, 3 cheers for me. I'm hurting here. I could use some meds.
I was just gonna say, Marie's gonna have an issue about this.
The only reason, even breathing, is I got a warning call.
A warning call? What do you mean?
1 minute before they attacked me with a voice scrambler. Could have been anybody.
I don't get it. Cartel hit? Who would have called to warn you?
You can tell that Walt's thinking. My only guess is Gus? Saul? Maybe? But would Saul have known? I feel like it had to have been Gus. Ooh. Hi, Skylar.
I had nothing to do.
Are we safe?
Yes.
Are you safe?
No. Well, for now you are. Not always, though, is my guess. I like that Skylar and Walt have become amicable, at least. They've kind of got this, like, new mutual understanding of things.
Face looks better.
This man's lenses look
How's it all
too
going? Anything you
small
wanna tell
for
us?
his head.
One day pretty much bleeds into the next.
Also, I'm glad Jesse still comes here.
It's like rigid, all kinds of red tape. My boss is a dick. The owner's super dick. I'm not worthy or whatever to meet him, but I guess everybody's scared of the dude.
Sounds kind of Kafkaesque.
I was
Totally Kafkaesque.
very wrong at pronouncing that.
Wow, he gives you all this time off. And now this. Get me a job there. I don't see anything here from Kleinman.
How's everybody doing today?
Good, we're good.
Look at all the cards on the wall. And behind him. Well, that's not good.
And how about there?
6.
Nerve function is returning.
All right, so when do we get him walking again?
Once he can feel his fucking feet and ankles.
He needs daily sessions, isn't that right?
4 treatments a week is fairly typical. And the therapists in your network are mostly fine.
Mostly fine. Okay, well, there's a ringing endorsement. If Hank had more physical therapy with better therapists.
Wonder if Walt's meth money is gonna help pay for Hank's PT.
Physical therapy is just the beginning. Medical equipment, it could run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've seen patients and their families go bankrupt waiting to be reimbursed.
I can give you some names, but they're not likely to be on your plan.
To hell with the plan.
I bet that has already entered Skylar's mind. I was wondering whose foot this was. I love Saul.
Today's your lucky day. Look around, kiddo. You are now the owner of this fine establishment. At $312,000, it's a steal. On the outside, it's a nail salon, right? On the inside, it's the best money laundry a growing boy could ask for. Do you understand the basics of it? Placement, layering, integration? Because I got 3 little letters for you, IRS. If they can get Capone, they can get you. Unlimited cash supply and no job. Now, what is the conclusion the tax man makes?
I'm a drug dealer.
Wrong. Million times worse. You're a tax cheat. And if you want to stay a criminal and not become, say, a convict, then maybe you should grow up and listen to your lawyer.
Right. So you can get your 5%.
No, that's 17%.
I heard you said 5.
It's good there wasn't any other customers in that place.
How is your brother-in-law?
He'll live.
I love that he always has coffee, I assume tea, and a platter of vegetables
Walter,
with dip.
you seem troubled. How can I help you?
I just have a little question about the warning call that Hank got.
Those 2 men, the assassins. I believe I was their prime target, but that somehow they were steered away from me to my brother-in-law. I think that this person was playing a much deeper game. He wanted a shootout. He bloodied both sides, set the American and Mexican governments against the cartel, and cut off the supply of methamphetamine to the Southwest. If this man had his own source of product on this side of the border, he would have the market to himself. The rewards would be enormous. I can't pretend I don't know that person is you. I know I owe you my life. I respect the strategy. In your position, I would have done the same.
All right. Can't say I expected Walt to say that. I don't think he expected that either.
One issue, which troubles me. I don't know what happens when our 3-month contract ends.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
I want security for my family.
$3 million for 3 months. That was our agreement. Extended annually, $12 million a year. Call it 15. Open-ended. Would that be agreeable?
I kind of half expected Walt to bring up the money, the whole like, what are you selling it? Are you getting 96 million kind of thing? Maybe he's still thinking about that. Walt. Fuck. Holy. Yeah.
Forget about money. Assume you have all you want.
Guess I would make something. Woodworking, wooden box. Is that the best you can do? Maybe it was the way he said it, but he was just asking me honestly, is that all you got? I can do better. So I started from scratch. It was smooth as glass. Then I rubbed all the wood with tung oil so it was rich and dark. It was perfect.
Aw.
What happened to the box? It's never too late. Adult extension program at the university.
I traded it for an ounce of weed.
That was a really great scene with Jesse talking about that. Man, I'd love to see Jesse do like art classes at night. Art, woodworking, whatever.
Elliot and Gretchen's money didn't cover everything.
Hey, Sky.
Oh, shit. Hey, Dad.
Marie, this is Ted, my boss. Oh, you're Ted. Thank you for your gift basket. That was really thoughtful.
It was really nice. Thank you,
Cheese
Ted.
sticks.
Cheese. I'm sorry. Come on in, Ted.
Okay.
Fucking love when there's awkward moments like this.
Actually, not the best time for a visit.
Can we just talk for a minute? I know you need to be with your family, but
You gave me all that time off, and I really should have.
that's not my point. I care about you.
Yeah, I think he was reaching out from my.
It's just this whole thing with Hank has been one nonstop horror show, you know?
I sense that Skylar is maybe rethinking this whole Ted thing. And I'm saying that simply from the perspective of I've been there. Like, obviously, I've been in situations where I've like been rethinking things.
Is there some reason for secrecy I'm not getting?
Later,
Because
Ted, not now.
Skylar, just tell me.
You
what-
really want to do this now?
Maybe now's a good time.
Bad idea to come here.
Ted, I'll see you in a day or two.
She had her fun with Ted, and now she's over it. The thrill was fulfilled.
What's the point of being an outlaw when you got responsibilities?
Darth Vader had responsibilities. He was responsible for the Death Star.
True that. Tootin' bitch.
They're not wrong.
All right, let's start slinging again. Booyah! Don't sell on the street. Who says we sell on the street? Maybe I know a whole new market. Maybe all we need is the meth.
What's Walt thinking?
201.8.
Sneaky little bitch.
It's meth. Thought I had it kicked a couple times, you know? This new version of it hit the streets, and wow.
Not that blue stuff. Oh, sorry. I didn't raise my hand.
No, go ahead. This is what we do.
You had it too.
Yeah, bro. I wish I never even heard of it. It's like lighting my whole head on fire.
No, this isn't good. No.
I hear it's back in town. Stay strong, brother. Stay strong.
This guy, Jesus.
If there's ever anything that you need, anything at all, I just wish there was something more that we could do.
I fucking knew it.
We can always pay their bills. We have the money. More than enough. Walt earned it. Walt and I,
Walt is just as shocked as Marie.
It changed him. And looking back, I don't think I ever really understood what it was that he was going through. That he was gonna leave behind nothing. And so that's how this all started. For better or worse, he wanted to provide. And so he paid his medical bills the only way he knew how.
Skylar gets it.
I thought that Elliot and Gretchen paid for your treatment.
He was too proud to take what he considered to be charity. He's a problem solver, a system for counting cards in blackjack. What do you mean, like Rain Man? Walt was at some card table somewhere, and at first he went to the casinos, but then he realized that
I can't get over how Brian's acting that face.
an illegal backroom game.
I love this so much.
I guess for a couple months there, you were sort of leading a double life, weren't you?
Fugue state? Was that some sort
No.
of cover?
No, he did not fake that, Marie. The night that Walt disappeared, he lost $14,000. It was his pension fund, our savings.
How
It's into seven figures.
Okay. The Ted scene combined with this leads me to think that Skylar now wants to keep the family intact.
Right now, so can we just please?
And she's like,
between us, okay?
I don't know, semi on board with how things are going because of the security part of it and the family part of it.
How did you come up with that? Wait, where did you possibly?
I learned from the best.
Nah, not wrong.
Something tells me that Hank is here because of you.
Okay.
Not forgetting that.
Yeah, let's use the money that you've earned that put Hank into danger in the first place. Let's use that money to cover it. Yeah, okay, I see where she's at. So maybe not necessarily on board with what Walt's doing, but I think she's always gonna be, at least the way I see it, she's always gonna be on Marie's side with it. So you know what? Yeah, this makes sense. I think that makes more sense with her being like, okay, Hank and Marie are really going through shit right now, and technically, yes, this all did happen because of Walt. We only know what we know, right? So there's no guarantee that Hank was ever going to find himself in that kind of situation without the events that played out to get him in that situation in the first place, right? So I see what Skylar's doing. I think instead of her being on board, I'm thinking that this is a way of her kind of punishing Walt a bit by jumping in, leading in with that whole story, but then being like, you're paying for this because this was your fault. Okay. Yeah, that's what I think now. It was feeling like the other way before, where she was like, it was just because of the Ted thing though. Like her not being fully seeming on board with him really anymore. It was that combined with then that scene back to back that kind of led me to think like, oh, maybe she's having second thoughts about ending the marriage with Walt, blah, 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 blah. But no, after this last little final moment here between them, no, I think I see what she's doing. I think she still is definitely going to want the divorce and wants no part of this, but she recognizes, yeah, that's how I'm seeing this. Man, this episode was great. I loved it. Kafkaesque. Yeah, never heard of that before. I had to Google that right as we were watching because I just needed to know what that was all about. But great title. But we've got, okay, so Jesse's gonna take the excess meth that Walt seemingly doesn't care about, which that really surprises me, but it surprises me, but maybe he is letting that go for a reason, because maybe he suspects that Jesse is gonna do what Jesse is literally about to do, right? Like maybe Walt's already one step ahead, because I feel like in this business, specifics is how things are done. So maybe Jesse is a little bit too naive to think that he can just take the excess in these containers. Like he said, what did he say? He said 201.8, but there was actually 202.1. Right? I'm just really interested to see the consequences of this and like what happens there. My assumption, my prediction that may not even be correct, as we know, but my prediction is that Walt already is one step ahead. I think that Walt maybe already even suspects that Jesse may do something like that. It seems like Jesse is wanting to not do the Walt meth thing and do things on his own again, especially since now like he knows how to make the meth. The one thing I am a little bit confused by, but I don't think I am really, it wasn't clear, so I don't know if I'm correct or not, but the final meeting where Brandon and the other guy, I can't remember his name now, but his two friends joined him, right? And then Brandon started talking about the blue meth, and then the other guy chimed in. The camera was panning to everyone else that was like in the room, right? In the circle. That seems to me, because what did Jesse say? Like we need a market if we're gonna start selling, right? So I feel like that was just their way of starting that, like seeing who is interested. I know that it's a rehab group and that everyone there shouldn't be doing this shit, but I don't know. That's just kind of how I'm seeing that. So yeah, overall, great episode. I mean, every episode is awesome, so this has been great. I am most interested in Skylar and just seeing kind of what happens here with this just with her, both from the Ted perspective and then from the familial perspective, and her and Walt's relationship, her and Marie, and just like how this goes. And then I'm most interested in Jesse and just seeing what the fuck he's gonna do. Because I think at this point, I mean, yeah, he's still gonna work for Walt, but it seems now he's very much just headphones in, just do what I gotta do and go home kind of deal. But on the side and in behind the scenes, behind Walt's back, he's gonna start doing his own thing, and I'm interested to see where that goes and what happens. So yeah, I'm also interested to see if he does end up buying the nail salon, because Saul was very correct during that conversation. You do, like, I know Jesse doesn't want to pay taxes, but the thing is like, Saul was so correct. If you want to stay a criminal, you got to do that shit. You got to pretend to be a normal person, right? Pay your taxes, pay your bills, just, you know, do things as legitimately as you can. But if you want to become a convict, then sure, don't pay the IRS. Try and hide all your money. Like, anyway, so very interesting, very good. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited to hear your thoughts, and we will see you for episode 10. That one is called Fly. Just fly by itself. So yeah, we'll see you then. Have a great rest of your day and take care. Bye.